What's going on, comic book community? It's ScottX1307 back again with another flea market haul, of course. Went to a flea market. It's like the weekend before going to SC Comic Con, and got there pretty early. I got there about 8:30, and actually found some pretty good stuff. Found a good number of quarter books to fill in a little run. Actually, a couple of runs. Getting real closer and closer to completing. And found some pretty cool priced books. Couple of Silver Age and a few Bronze Age stuff. Really neat. So let's get right into this. First, picked up another movie. He had some DVDs for $1, and found a movie that I've seen a number of times, just didn't own yet. For $1, and I definitely had to pick it up. It's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I really like this movie. I know that there are fans of the novel series that don't really care for the movie, but I haven't read any of the books, so I think the movie is pretty good. Good sci-fi. It's funny, and just, pretty good movie. So definitely for $1 picked it up. Watched it. It plays just fine. So I was really happy with that. That's the only movie I picked up this time. Like I said, went through the quarter books. I found one book and kind of surprised me to find in the quarter books again. This is like the, I don't know, 7th, 8th time I found this book in quarter bins. But first grabbed a couple of Thor issues from the early 80s. Issue number 332. This is where he is fighting Dracula. It's in really good shape. And also 333. This is continues that story. I believe he tries to turn Sif into a vampire. I don't think it takes because of the Asgardian blood, but they look pretty cool. Some neat covers. And yeah, it was all the Marvel books I found in the quarter books today. On to a few DC books. I found a couple of Blackest Night issues. Blackest Night, Batman. This is issue 3. And it's really weird. Looks like this cover, I don't know, maybe that's the way it's supposed to look, but it looks like it was printed kind of blurry. But it's issue 3 of 3. And also found Blackest Night Flash, number 2 of 3. Really cool. Here's a neat issue. I believe I have the first part of this, but I know I definitely didn't have this one. It's a pretty cool series. The only thing wrong is a couple of some little spots in the title, but it's Batman versus Predator. There you can see the spots. Other than that, it's in really good shape. This is issue 2 of 3, and I've been waiting to complete this series to read it. It's supposed to be a really good series. And this last DC book that I found, it's a book last year at the cons. I know that there were vendors asking $50 for this issue. Usually sells on eBay for about $18 to $25. This one is in pretty decent shape. Still got white pages, a few spine ticks, but and there's a marker slash on the top. I don't know why that was there. But so Mega Man number 3. You see the marker. Some spine ticks there, but yeah, still white, off-white pages. No bad creasing. It's from San Francisco. How did I get all the way to Georgia? But yeah, that's like this, the 7th or 8th copy I found in the quarter books. So I'll pick it up every time I find it for that much. Next, moving on to indie books. I found a good bit of indie books. Again, it's been a while since he had gotten a hold of some indie titles. First, I picked this up, Jack Kirby's Secret City Saga number 0. This foil cover, I think they call it Kirby Chrome. It's embossed. It's a pretty good series. The mini-series was written by Roy Thomas. I believe it's got art by Walter Simonson. Let me see the cover is. I think it was one that you had to like collect coupons out of each book and mail it in to get the issue. I never did that, so I was happy to find that. And I picked up an issue of Rust from Adventure Comics. This is issue 4. So I think I have like the first 4 issues of that now. It's a really neat character. Down to the bulk of my find. I was really happy to see these in the quarter box. I picked up a good little run of Timothy Truman's Scout. Which if you haven't picked any issues of Scout up, if you ever find them in your local quarter bins or dollar boxes, they're in pretty decent shape. Pick them up. It's a good kind of post-apocalyptic story. It's Timothy Truman art, and I don't think you'll be disappointed. But I found issue number 7, number 8. It's a really neat cover. Number 9, number 10, 11, let's see, 13, 14, 15, 16, and issue 17. Like I said, good little run there. I think this series only went for like 20 something issues. I don't have my book out in front of me, but yeah, it wasn't a very long series, so I have most of it completed now. I think I only need a couple of issues, and it will be done. Like I said, I was really happy to find those. And then he finally had some more Nexus books. So definitely had to pick those up. And luckily they were ones that I didn't have yet. So I got Nexus 23, 25, the really cool painted cover, Steve Rude, 27, and then I found the didn't have issue number 1, but I did find the last 3 issues of this 4-issue miniseries, Nexus Executioner Song from Dark Horse. Again, another cool painted Steve Rude cover. Just love his art. Issue number 3. And this is another great cover here, issue number 4. So I just got to find issue number 1 of that, and we'll have that that completed. And that was it for the quarter books. I was really happy. And about 25 of those. It was only about $5, so Can't beat that. On to some priced books. They had surprisingly some really good stuff. Usually the early birds get there and they take all the Silver Age and a lot of the Bronze Age issues. But I was able to find some good things. First, the first book that I found in the box, and I definitely had to grab it really quick. It's this Dawn, Not to Touch the Earth. It's one shot from like 2009. It's awesome Joseph Michael Linsner art, and it's Dawn. Definitely can't go wrong. That was one of the few issues that I am missing from my Dawn collection, besides variant covers. And a few DC books, or a couple of DC books. Found Hawk and Dove #4. Some great Gil Kane art. And this cover here, with the yellow and the red and blue, just really kind of pops. It's in really good shape. It was only about $4. And all the price books, you know, like always, are 25% off. So I was very happy to find this. Interior pages are off-white, slightly tan, but doesn't really matter. No major creasing on the cover or anything like that. 12-cent DC. And then found another 12-cent DC cover, and it's fairly early in this title's run. It's not in the best shape. It's probably in good condition, but again, I think this is only about $3. It's Brave and the Bold #76, Batman and Plastic Man. You can see here it's got some spine issues, some where the color's been rubbed off, some ticks along the edges, but book is still together. And I think when I opened it up, this the center page is detached from the staples, but I believe I might be able to fix that. It's not torn or anything, so it's still pretty cool, and it's pretty cheap, so couldn't pass it up. I found a couple of X-Men issues that I didn't have. Uncanny X-Men 146 with Arcade and Murder World. It's a really neat cover. It's Dave Cockrum art. And issue 194, the Romita Jr. I thought that was pretty cool. There's, I believe that's Nimrod. So getting really close to finishing my Uncanny X-Men run. And I found one Spider-Man book, and this is pretty cool. I don't pick up a lot of Amazing Spider-Man, but I do like some of the earlier issues. And this has got a cool character. It's number 227, the Black Cat. It's in really, really good shape. Pages are still white to off-white. No major creasing. It's a little off-center, but that's not a big deal to me. No spine roll, anything like that. Only one little spine tick right here. Really good shape. And then I found a really cool issue of Strange Tales, number 173 with Brother Voodoo. Now this one does have a few issues, as you can see, but it was like $4 too. Still in pretty good shape. It's probably VG, but it's really neat to find a Strange Tales. Don't find those very often. And that's the first one I have with Brother Voodoo. This next book here is really cool to find. Early issue in this series, so I was very surprised that somebody else didn't grab it before I got there. It's still in pretty good shape, probably in VG, but it's issue number 3, Tomb of Dracula. You see it's got a couple of little nicks up here, a couple of spine ticks, a little bit of spine roll on this side, but other than that, it's in pretty good shape. And it was like $4 too, so Tomb of Dracula #3 for $4. Yeah, I'll take that. Now I was really happy to find another Thor issue to go to completing my Thor run. I still got a long way to go, but anytime I find these early issues for cheap and they're in pretty good shape, you gotta pick them up. This is issue 170. This is still part of the Jack Kirby run, so it's great Jack Kirby art. And this is in pretty good shape, but it's got this long crease here. A couple other little creases and some spine ticks, but overall it's in pretty good shape, at least VG plus, or VG I guess with the big crease there, but it's Jack Kirby Thor. Not gonna pass it up for that price. Okay, 3 books left. Wasn't a big haul. Only took a little bit of money since still waiting to go to the con. I want to save most of my money for that, but I couldn't pass this up. Monsters on the Prowl #9. I love these old monster books. This is like early 70s, so it's good Bronze Age. Features Gorgilla. And I was really happy to find that. It's got some issues on the corner here and some spine ticks, but not bad for an old monster book. And I found late Silver Age Avengers #64. You can see the major issue with it. It's got a subscription crease down the middle, but I really don't mind that when the rest of the book is still in pretty good shape. And it's got some little wear, some ticks. It's got a printing crease right here, and I know it's a printing crease because if you look close, I've shown some before, it's hard to tell on camera, but the paper is actually folded. It's not creased. If you've seen them, you can tell the difference. But yeah, didn't mind that. It was only a few dollars, so good Silver Age Avengers. And the last book here, I believe this is, I believe the stories in here are reprints, but still, it's a king size special. Amazing Spider-Man #8, featuring the Shocker. It's Romita Senior art. It's in pretty good shape to be one of these square bound books. It's misbound, you see how the price goes around on the edge, and you can tell it's that way from the printer because the edges come here and it's actually a little miscut right here. This actually is a little bit over, but like I said, that's a printing defect. I don't mind those. I just don't count as much against a book to me as they do to CDC. I'm sure that would be a big flaw to them, but I really don't mind. It's old Spidey stories, John Romita Senior art, and I believe it reprints the first appearance of the Shocker. I could be wrong about that, but it was like $6, so that was a pretty good deal. And yep, that's it. That is that's all for the flea market this time. Like I said, waiting to go to the SC Comic Con. I'm saving most of my money for that. And the way I upload videos, you'll probably see those before you see this. I usually get behind schoolwork and everything. It takes so long to upload videos and do a little bit of editing, adding the intro and stuff. So probably see my SC Comic Con haul before you see this. But who knows? So that's it. Yeah. Nothing real exciting, but I was happy to find these. Some pretty good books, and especially like this old Brave and the Bold. I don't find a lot of 12-cent DC books So definitely happy to find those. So, all right, you guys, thanks for watching, and I really appreciate it. And like I said, stay tuned after I come back from SC Comic-Con for those videos. Hoping to find some good stuff there, some sketches and prints, and getting a lot of signatures, hopefully. So, yeah, that'll do it. Thanks again for watching, y'all. You guys are great, and take care. Like always, keep reading your books. Later.